It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chiefs and the Titans, next on Madden Football.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Fights loose. Room here to run. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Mahomes now to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive line.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. It's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming and the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
On first down, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach or offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down carry for Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now back to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Viking 18.
On 3rd down, Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That catch good for 5. It's third down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Working with a 2nd and 3. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well.
And it's a fumble, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu. With a pick.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Single, on the slot.
Mahomes now on first down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He is going to find Hill here. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, we've seen an incomplete pass and an attempted run, not getting them anywhere at all. I'm not sure they're committed on this drive about what they want to do. I just wonder if they just say, listen, let's line up and run this thing and make it 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he fires one incomplete. So we've reached... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On now is the Titans punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Tennessee offense set to go again. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Person. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 4. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
It's brought in by Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Final minute now of the third quarter. Henry again on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Rolling. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Person. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Able to get there and pick it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Jordan Elliott. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 50.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one complete to Smith. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Out to his left. And Wilson with it, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
First down, Chiefs.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.